What's up, YouTube? This your boy, Big Boy Facts. Tonight I'm going to do my WWE Fastlane review and highlights you guys new. Hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. I'm just going to say this. WWE Fastlane was a good show. That's all I got to say. Kickoff show. We're kicking up the United States Championship match. Matt Riddle versus Mustafa Ali, accompanied by Retribution. This match was good. Riddle takes Ali down. Riddle drives his knee into Ali's gut. Riddle trips Ali and attempts a Rotan, but Ali kicks Riddle while he is in the air. Ali slams Riddle into the ring post. Riddle tries to fire it up, but Ali kicks into the turnbuckle. Riddle and Ali trade strikes. Ali hits a roll through backstabber for a near fall. Ali tries a flying neck breaker, but Riddle reverses it into a flying naked choke. Ali counters into a pin for a near fall. Riddle fires up and hits a powerbomb into the final flash. Ali kicks out. Riddle tries the floating bro, but Ali gets his knees up. Ali's knees is hurt. Ali struggles to get to his feet. Ali tries a flying DDT. Riddle catches Ali and hits his fisherman buster. Ali kicks out and tries Riddle in the Koji clutch. Matt Riddle slams Ali to break the hold. Riddle goes up top. Ali trips Riddle to crouch him on the top. Before Ali can take advantage, Riddle picks Ali up and locks in the choke. Riddle flips Ali up on the top and hits Drake off the top for the win. The winner is still United States Champion Matt Riddle. After the match, Ali yells at Retribution. Reckoning walks away after Ali yells in her face. Slapjack follows Reckoning. Ali yells at Mace and T-Bar. They respond by choke slam Ali out of his boots. That Retribution is finally over. Thank God. I cannot be even more happier that Retribution is finally over. But anyway, good match, by the way. So we get the mid-card WWE Women's Tag Team Champion match. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. This was a decent tag team match. Decent. It says Banks and Belair double team Baszler. Baszler locks Belair in a triangle. Belair slams her way out of it. Banks tags in as Jax does. Jax runs over Banks. Belair tags in and meets the same fate. Belair and Jax take turns working over Belair. Belair managed to tag in Banks, who clears the ring. Belair tags back in and hits a 450. Reginald gets on the apron to distract the referee. Banks chases Reginald away. Baszler locks Belair in the clutch. Belair escapes. Banks tags herself in and puts Baszler in the Banks statement. Jax rushed the ring, but Belair cuts her off. Jax pushed Belair into Banks to break the hold. Banks gets in Belair's face and calls her a rookie. Banks doesn't need Belair's help. Belair leaves the ring. As Banks is barking at Belair, Belair rolls her up for the win. The winner is still WWE Tag Team Champions Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. After the match, Banks slaps Belair and calls her a rookie again. Belair is flabbergasted. She shocked Banks had the nerve. Belair charged at Banks. Banks runs away. We already knew that Sasha Banks was going to turn heel. Anyway, we backstage. Shane McMahon leaves the trainer's room with his knee wrapped with a crutch. Ali stops Shane and begs to be able to perform at WrestleMania. Shane says he may have an idea. So we get the Intercontinental Championship match. Big E versus Apollo Crews. This match was decent. As soon as the bell rings, Big E Crews tear into each other. Big E sends Crews out on the apron. Big E spears Crews through the ropes. Big E stumps Crews on the apron. Big E splashed Crews on the apron twice. Big E suplex Crews all over the ring. Big E saying this is what Crews wanted. Crews drop kicks Big E's knee. Crews lands multiple German suplexes. Crews gets a near fall after a fall splash. Crews tries a standing moonsault, but Big E gets his knees up. Crews small package Big E. Big E counters and both superstars' shoulders are down. At the last minute, Big E lifts his shoulder. The referee calls for the bell. The winner is still your Intercontinental Champion, Big E. The match itself was decent, but the ending was sloppy. Alright, after the match, Cruz attacks Big E. Cruz hits the Olympic slam. Cruz slaps Big E over and over. Cruz exclaims, "This isn't over." Alright, let's move on. So we get in-ring segment. Elias and Shane McMahon. Elias tries to sing a song. Shane tells him he forgot to mention the reason they are out there is because Elias is taking Shane's place tonight. Elias is confused. So we get the worst match of the night. Elias versus Braun Strowman. This match was garbage. Strowman pins Elias after a power slam. The winner of the match, Braun Strowman. Do you guys care? No, you don't. I don't either. Let's move on. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This was the match of the night. It says the winner of the match, Seth Rollins. Alright, let's move on. So we get the no holds bar match. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. This match was fantastic. I love the back and forth between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. But anyway, the winner of the match, Drew McIntyre. This match was fantastic. So we get Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. Alright, as Orton is posing on the ropes, he's starting coughing up black stuff. Orton gets a towel from ringside to clean up. Orton yells for Bliss to get out of here. To get out here. Bliss joins Orton in the ring. There is a flash in the ring that sends Orton falling into the corner. Orton tries to charge Bliss, but she moves and Orton eats the ring post. Bliss is standing outside the ring. Orton slowly approaches her. A stage light falls from the sky and almost crushes Orton. Bliss gets in the ring and tells Orton to join her. Orton is live, screaming that Bliss is trying to kill him. Bliss blows Orton a kiss. Bliss throws a fireball at Orton, which Orton blocks with his hand. And a hand comes out of the mat and grabs Orton's leg. Orton pulls his leg away. The hole in the ring explodes. The Fiend appears. His mask and suit are all terribly burned. Bliss kicks Orton into the Fiend, who his sister Abigail. Bliss pins Orton. The winner of the match, Alexa Bliss. Now I'm glad. I say this in my WWE Fastlane preview prediction that the Fiend was going to return, and I called it straight down the middle. The Fiend looked different, but I'm glad to see the Fiend at Fastlane, so I was right. So let's move on. So we get the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, special guest enforcer Edge. The main event itself was good, but 10 to 15 minutes this match was boring. But the main event was good. Bryan traps Reigns in the corner. Bryan lands a kick to Reigns inner tight. Reigns backs Bryan into the corner. Reigns clubs Bryan. Reigns tells Bryan to take his you-know-what home. Reigns mocks Bryan with a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Bryan reverses it into the armbar. Reigns gets to the ropes. Bryan toys with Reigns and lands a few kicks. Reigns gets frustrated and slams Bryan with the headlock takeover. Bryan slips out of the hole and drives his knee into Reigns' back. Bryan stretches Reigns. Bryan bends Reigns' arm in the wrong direction to sit up in the unconventional pin. Alright, Reigns managed to kick out. Reigns boots Bryan in the head. Bryan catches Reigns with a dropkick armbreaker by Bryan. Bryan unloads on Reigns with multiple strikes. Reigns powers his way out of it. Reigns lays in a few strikes of his own. Bryan backflips off the top and ducks a clothesline by Reigns. Reigns catches Bryan with a tornado world slam. Roman Reigns grinds Bryan's face into the mat. Reigns works over Bryan as Edge looks on. Bryan and Reigns battle outside the ring. Bryan lands a few strikes, but Reigns quickly sends him into the ring post. Reigns sends Bryan back into the ring for a 2 count. Bryan trips Reigns into the corner. Bryan lands a series of kicks. Bryan follows that with a running dropkick that floors Reigns. Bryan tries a runner off the top. Reigns puts on the Reigns. Reigns locks Bryan in the Boston Crab. Bryan counters into a roll-up. Roman Reigns kicks out. Clothesline by Bryan. Bryan sends Reigns out of the ring. Bryan tries a dive, but Reigns tries to catch him and falls. It almost looks like a power slam, but that's clearly not what happened supposed to be. Reigns picks up Bryan and reset. Bryan escapes and pushes Reigns in the corner into the ring post. Flying knee off the apron by Bryan. Missile drop kick by Bryan. Yes kick by Bryan. Reigns beats down Bryan in the corner. Reigns tries a power bomb. Bryan reverses it in a run-up. Bryan busts on kicks Reigns in the head. Reigns kicks out. Bryan stomps on Reigns' face. Bryan locks Reigns in the yes lock. Reigns almost gets to the ropes. Bryan rolls Reigns back to the center of the ring. Reigns managed to break Bryan's grip. Reigns ground and pounds Bryan before hitting a nasty powerbomb. Bryan kicks out at 2.5. Reigns tries to spear, but Bryan gets his boot up. Bryan charges in for the running knee, but Reigns moves and Bryan hits the referee. Reigns spears Bryan. Edge rolls into the ring to count the fall. Bryan kicks out. Reigns and Edge jaw at each other. Edge tells Reigns to worry about Bryan. Reigns tells Edge to watch because this is what is going to happen to him. Reigns lands a few blows, but Bryan surprises him with a triangle. Reigns gets to his feet. Bryan turns it into a yes lock. Reigns can't escape. Jey Uso runs down to ringside and super kicks Edge and Bryan. Uso sends Edge into the ring post. Uso grabs a chair. Bryan catches Uso with a running knee. Bryan tries to hit Reigns with a chair, but Reigns ducks. Bryan accidentally hits Edge. Reigns Superman punch Bryan. Bryan surprises Reigns with a yes lock yet again. Reigns can't escape and Uso can't save him. Reigns taps, but there is no referee. Edge hits Bryan with a chair. Edge hits Bryan and Reigns with the chair over and over again. Edge leaves. The new referee hits the ring. Reigns crawls on top of Bryan and gets the 3 count. The winner is still Universal Champion Roman Reigns, and Fastlane goes up there. Overall, Fastlane was a good show. If you guys enjoyed my WWE Fastlane review on highlights, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on my WWE Raw review on highlights. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Stay safe, stay strong, and always stay positive.